Are you going through a quarter-life crisis and you want a step-by-step action plan as to how you can overcome it? Well, you are in luck because in today's video, I'm going to take you through a 9-step process that is going to help you overcome your quarter-life crisis once and for all. And step number 8 and 9 are the most important steps because without doing those 2 steps, the rest of them don't really make sense. So make sure to stay till the very end because 8 and 9 are the most important. Hi, my name is Taylor Victoria and I'm a young Aussie chick with a big dream. I want to change the education system of the world because I don't think it teaches us what we need to be taught. So I thought I would start teaching everyone on YouTube first and then I'll work on the education system second because you've got to start somewhere, right? Anyway, enough about me. If you are ready to figure out how you can overcome your quarter-life crisis with my easy 9-step process, stay tuned. But before we jump in, just quickly, would you mind to hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you get weekly notifications as to when I put out new content? It's going to be all about mindset, personal development, basically anything that's going to help you become the best version of you possible. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell. Okay, so step number 1 is to stop comparing yourself to other people. I'm going to assume that comparison is probably what got you into this situation in the first place. You maybe logged into Facebook or went on Instagram, you started scrolling in their feed and thought, oh my God, everyone else's life looks so perfect and they're doing such amazing things and I'm not. So this is probably how you sort of got onto this path of feeling like you're having a quarter-life crisis, right? But you cannot compare your beginning of the journey to someone else's middle of the journey because you don't know how long they've been working on whatever they're working on or how long they've been saving up to go on that holiday or whatever they're doing that you feel like you're comparing yourself to them. That could have been in the works for years, whereas you might only just be starting now. So don't compare your beginning to their middle, because you have to stay focused on your goals and what's in alignment with you and true to yourself. So don't compare yourself to other people because you just have to stay in your own lane and make sure that you're always working on you and yourself and your goals. And then that's really going to help you feel like you're not having a quarter-life crisis quite so badly. Step number 2 is to talk about it because a lot of people feel ashamed when they're going through these things and maybe they feel like they're having a quarter-life crisis really badly, but they're too embarrassed to tell anyone. I had a huge quarter-life crisis when I was 23 and everyone sort of knew about it because I sort of just shut out my whole old friendship group and just started working on my business. And that's all that I did. So if you do feel like you need someone to talk to, reach out to your friends, reach out to your family. If you don't have anyone, reach out to me. I would love to help you and support you through this time because it's so important to feel as though you're supported when you're going through a rough time. Step number 3 is to stop saying, I should be married by this age. I should have a house by this age. I should have a nicer car. I should have a better job. I should be earning more money. Stop saying I should. It is going to really, really make you feel like you're having a quarter-life crisis and you haven't achieved enough. You shouldn't have done anything by any age. Who makes those rules? Like, why are they even rules to begin with? They shouldn't be rules and they're not. They're just expectations that you have let society put upon you. So if you stop saying them and if you stop caring about what other people think, then it's really going to help you stop feeling like you're having a quarter-life crisis. Just start being yourself and start being awesome. And you know, you probably already are awesome because you're watching this video, which means that you want to improve and you want to do better for your future. So stop being so hard on yourself and putting all these expectations on you and saying, I should have done this. You shouldn't. You're doing amazing. Just keep going, keep pushing, and you will get there eventually. Step number 4 is to do yourself some due diligence. So what do I mean by that? I mean, actually figure out what your personality likes to do, what you're good at, what you're passionate about, and how can you do this? Well, there's so many personality tests that you can do online. So one personality test that I think is amazing, it's called the Myers-Briggs 16 personality test, and it basically tells you with so much accuracy, it's scary, your strengths, your weaknesses, your compatibility with love, with friendship, with family, so many different things. It gives you a lot of detail about yourself. So if you don't already sort of know what your strengths and weaknesses are, this is a fantastic way for you to learn just by taking this simple test. I'll put the link to it just down here on the screen. Take the test and figure out a little bit about yourself if you don't already know. So I'm super interested. After you do the test, what personality type are you? Let me know in the comments below. I am an ENFJ-A. So if you do the test, you can look up what that means. I'm basically 98% extroverted, which I think is pretty funny because this is like almost 100% extroverted. But anyway, let me know what your test said and what your personality type is. Okay, step number 5 is to start daydreaming and visualizing. So you feel like you're having a quarter life crisis, you haven't achieved enough. Okay, well, what do you want to achieve? What would you want your life to look like in 5 or 10 or 15 years time? Sit down and start picturing it. Sit down and visualize what you want it to look like. Because if you don't actually know and have a clear direction as to where you want to go, then you're never going to get there. So allow yourself the time to sit down, have a bit of fun, and have a think about what you actually want to do. Okay, step number 6 is to do some research. So now that you've sat down, you've had a bit of fun, and you've daydreamed about what you want your life to look like, we need to research and figure out how you can get there. What do you need to do? Maybe you've decided that you need to change your career. So do you need to go back and study for that? Do you need to do an online course? Or is there a bridging course or at CIT or some form of further education that you need to do? Or maybe you've decided you want to be a creative person, so you need to start thinking about how you're going to express yourself creatively, what sort of different things you want to get into, what you want to create, all of that sort of stuff. So sit down and actually research what you need to do to get to the place where you want to go. Step number 7 is to find support. It is so important in this time in your life, if you don't have support, to really find people who can support you, because they're going to hold you accountable. They're going to help push you when things get hard. And trust me, it is going to get hard. If you feel like you're having a quarter life crisis and you don't know what you want to do, it's going to take hard work to get to where you want to go or to achieve some things that are going to help you feel like you're not having a quarter life crisis anymore. So make sure you have people that can support you and help you to get to that point more easily. Okay, step number 8 is to start putting yourself out there. So we've had a bit of a daydream about what we want to do, we've done some research, and now we actually have to start taking action and putting ourselves out there. Maybe you decided you wanted to be a writer. So start writing, start a blog and putting your writing there, start a book, and then maybe send it to some publishers to see if they would be interested in publishing it. Whatever you want to do, actually start taking action towards it. It doesn't matter how big or how small the action is, as long as you start taking action, then you're going to get there eventually. And I might note, yes, it is going to be scary to start. Starting things is always scary if you haven't done it before, because it's an unknown, right? You don't know what the outcome is going to be. You don't know how difficult it's going to be. But that's the fun of it, right? You're moving towards becoming a better person and becoming the best version of you so that you can have a life that you've always dreamed of. So even though it's scary, push through anyway, because it's going to be worth it. Okay, and step number 9 is to invest in yourself. What do I mean by this? So if you need to go back to school, that costs money. If you need a website or you want to start a business, that costs money. If you decided you want a coach that's going to help you figure some more things out, that also costs money. You need to have some skin in the game to push yourself, because it's going to help to motivate you further if you've actually invested hard cash into yourself. You're not going to want to give up as easily if things get tough, or if it gets hard, or you're tired, or you feel like watching Netflix. If you've actually invested and put some money in, it's going to help to motivate you and push you further. And you don't have to feel afraid or selfish for investing money into yourself, because this is going to help set you up for a life that you love. It's your money, you're allowed to do what you want with it. Don't let other people say, oh, you shouldn't spend that much on a coach, or oh, you shouldn't create a website with these people, it costs too much money, blah, blah, blah. Don't let other people tell you what to do. It's your life, you get to decide, and it's going to help you live a life that you love, so just do it. Now, I want you to remember, going through a quarter life crisis can be an absolute bitch. Pardon my French, but it really can be quite difficult. Remember that it's okay to be feeling these feelings, and remember to reach out for support. If you don't have somebody to support you already, please shoot me an email, coachtaylorvictoria@gmail.com, and I will be able to help you in any way that I can through this quarter life crisis. I've been through one myself, so I know how it feels. I know what you're going through. Please shoot me an email if you need some help. And if you would like to receive weekly updates as to when I put out new videos, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you get all the notifications as to when the new content comes out. And right now on the screen, you are seeing a couple of other videos that I really do think you should watch. They're epic. Yes, I might be biased because I created them myself, but the content is amazing and it's gonna help you improve your mindset and improve who you are, help you to become the best version of you possible. So make sure to click through one of those if you want to keep watching the videos that I'm creating. And until the next episode, I'll see you next time. Bye!